It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by First Farmers Bank and Trust, North American Lighting, Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, the Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram Waste Disposal, the Skating Rink, and our affiliate sponsors, the Mary Lou Pine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.
Good evening. This is the Paris Sports Network coming to you from Kansas, Illinois this evening here at the holiday tournament of the Tri-County Titans. Tigers get set for their first game of this three-day tournament. They'll be taking on the Chrisman Cardinals, rival from just up the road on Route 1. First of two matchups this season. As I mentioned, the first of three games over the next 2 days for your Tigers, and hopefully a fourth on Friday.
Always a fun matchup whenever these two teams are together. This one is no different. Tigers come out. Their starting lineup will be Jackson Rigdon, Drew Rogers, Jacob Staley, Peyton Langster, and Carter Easton. For the Chrisman Cardinals be Tristan Lemkuhl, Chris Francis, Braden Butler, Button Butler, Connor Rhodes, Garrett Wells, and Rowan Loney.
Tigers coming into this matchup with a 3-9 record. Chrisman at 5-5. Chrisman the guest on the scoreboard. Black uniforms. They win the tip and will have the first possession of the contest. Lemkuhl had it. He's a sophomore. We're on point for this Cardinal team. Rigdon plays defense out on top against Francis. This is Connor Rhodes. Guarded by Peyton Langster. Kick out. Three on the way is no good. Rebounded by Chrisman. Put back will go. For two, it's Garrett Wells. One of five seniors in the starting lineup for Chrisman. Rogers has it right wing. Second chance points. The first bucket on the board is Chrisman's. Three is no good from Staley. Rebounded by Chrisman. They'll clear quickly. Down the other way, blocked by Staley. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Chrisman.
Yeah, blocked that time by Jacob Staley, avoiding an easy layup that time from Francis.
Francis, not a big-time scorer for this Chrisman offense, but will create opportunities with steals and assists. Here he is in the lane. Ball's batted up in the air. Chrisman got it back. They'll go through their possession. Rigdon poked it loose on the deck, and traveling with it is a Chrisman Cardinal. Turnover, Tiger ball.
Yeah, you mentioned Francis, not much of a scorer, but on the defensive end, he is a menace over on that side of the court. He'll be guarding Jackson Rigdon to start out.
Picks up Rigdon, top of the key. Rigdon passes right side, Staley. Staley has to find a teammate after losing his dribble. Passes down low to Rogers. Up top, Rigdon. Head fake right, now goes left. Langster. Jump past Eastham, short corner. Rigdon through on the way, left wing. It is no good. Just short from Jackson. Langster fighting for the offensive rebound, has it in the corner. Pass up top, here's Rogers. Has space, goes to Langster in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Chrisman. Down the right side of the court is Lemkuhl, and he is fouled.
Jackson Rigdon will pick that one up. That'll be his first on the team this quarter.
Chrisman inbounds. Rhodes had it. Chrisman loses it. Up with it is Staley. Back the other way come the Tigers. The Langsters layup is good.
Langster not to be denied that time. First points of the night for the Tigers.
2-2. Rigdon poked it loose. Langster stole it. Passes up ahead to Rigdon, who lays it off the glass with his left hand for two.
Unique finish that time from Jackson. He knows how to get that ball up on the rim for sure.
4-2 Tigers. We approach 5.5 to play first quarter. Rhodes, bounce pass to Limcool at half court. Now right side. Chrisman through their offense. Easton play defense down low. Drive to the free throw line, then a kick out. Linkster a steal. Back the other way. Payton all alone. Layup good. Quick 6 for the Tigers.
Yeah, just of course the turnovers. All 6 of those points coming off of turnovers from Chrisman. They're up to 4.
Foul on the other end called on Linkster.
Payton's first, second on the Tigers. Like the aggressiveness if you're Coach Brinkley, but you don't like your guards fouling out in their midcourt, that's for sure. Jackson has a history of getting in foul trouble early on in this season.
We'll have a timeout called. It's a 30-second timeout, I believe. Called by Chrisman. We'll keep it right here. Timeout was called by Coach Rob Lorenzen. That's it. He's in his first season coaching Chrisman. Spent the last few years at Georgetown Ridge Farm. Moves over and has Chrisman off to a 5-5 start. And to see these two teams in situations that the not really used to. The last winning season for Chrisman came in 2017. Last regionals back in 2011. They won sectional that year as well. But both these teams known for their basketball for many decades, trying to find themselves here as we approach halfway through the season.
Yeah, hard times for both programs. But we know when they face each other, it's going to be a battle no matter what.
Chrisman with the ball out of the break. Starters stay on the court for the Tigers. Statler Mitchell has checked in for Chrisman. Layup good. It was more of a runner from Limcool, and it's 6-4.
Tristan put the ball in the bucket, that's for sure. Him and Rhodes, we scores for Chrisman throughout the night. Good patience by Drew.
Rogers a baseline drive shot, no good. Eastham had an offensive rebound. He missed the putback. Chrisman clears his miss. Rigdon pesters on defense out top. Shot from the near corner by Limcool, no good. Another board pulled down by Carter. Langster back the other way. Shot no good. He rolled one up, missed it. Rebounded by Chrisman. 4:20 to play and a turnover. Rigdon got his hands on another one. Rogers will get the steal. Rigdon back the other way. Top of the key, picked up his dribble. Found Rogers' corner. Staley. Right wing. Up top, Rigdon. Linkster now Eastham. He'll fire long 2-point jumper from the corner and hit it.
That's Carter's range on that baseline. You get him 12 to 15 feet, he's pretty much money.
Back to a 4-point advantage for the Tigers, and another timeout called by Chrisman. 3:49 left. 8-4 the score. We'll again keep it right here and update you on a few other happenings around this tournament. And for the girls team, just before this game got underway, saw Windsor Stu Strauss defeat Martinsville. That was not a close game, as it wound up being 20 or so points for the win for Windsor Stu Strauss. Those will be the two teams that the Tigers play tomorrow.
Yeah, Tri-County fell in the opener by 4 points to Westville. That will be on the other side of the bracket, and Lawrenceville is also in there as well. Have yet to play. They'll play, their first game will be at 1:30 tomorrow against Westville.
Chrisman inbounds out of the break. Shot on the way, rattles around and out, but an offensive rebound putback won't go. Over the backboard, the Tiger ball.
0-3 from distance for Chrisman. Tigers yet to knock one down from long distance either. All their points coming off turnovers.
Rigdon dribbles across half court, passes left side, Langster. Eastham in the corner. Back out to Langster. Tigers work against the Chrisman zone. Here's Eastham in the lane. Has 3 Cardinals around him. His pass is deflected out towards Rigdon, who has it. Picks up his dribble. Skips one over the head of a couple of defenders to Rogers, who has it back now from Staley. Down low, Eastham lost it. Out of bounds, it'll be Chrisman ball.
First turnover of the night for the Tigers. Yeah, Jacob Staley stood in that corner forever by himself. No Tigers were able to find him, though. He had a wide open look at 3.
Chrisman goes to work against the full court pressure from the Tigers. Limcool across the timeline. Pass down low to a wide open teammate in Mitchell, who finishes on the reverse.
Mitchell with his first points of the night.
8-6. Lankster has it on the pass from Rigdon to Rogers. Jumper, good.
Well, if Drew can start knocking that shot down from around the free throw line, it's going to be trouble for Chrisman tonight.
10-6, 2.5 to play first quarter. Layup, Limcool, good. Elevated over Eastham. Finished off the glass. It's 10-8. Rogers a drive. Shot no good. Tipped the rebound out to Rigdon. Pull up from the elbow. No good. Eastham tries to save it. Unable to. It'll be Chrisman ball.
And Jackson thought he was hit on the arm that time. I tend to agree with him. He's not going to ever shoot that bad.
Limcool had it, gave it to Mitchell. Now cutting through the lane, off of the pass is Spezard, and he's fouled.
Jackson's going to pick up his second down in the land of the Giants. See how long Coach Brinkley can stay with him, and the answer is after this first free throw.
Hutchings will check in and replace Rigdon. Free throw no good. 1 of 2 makes it 10-9. Paris ball as it goes out of bounds. Coach Chase Brinkley will take his first timeout. A full timeout will take it with him. 2:04 left first quarter. Tigers lead by 1.
Farm Credit Illinois is a proud supporter of the Paris Tigers athletes and the surrounding farm families. Farm Credit blocks appraisal costs and lender fees and defends our borrowing members with free repricings as the market allows. Farm Credit helps farmers score with annual cash patronage. Team up with a cooperative helping farm families succeed and let us help lead your agricultural business to victory. Best of luck, Tigers, this sporting season.
Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics.
It will be Paris ball out of the timeout. Tigers have a 1-point advantage. 2:04 left first quarter.
5 turnovers thus far for Chrisman. Tigers with just 1, but their starting point guards on the bench with 2 fouls.
Maddox Hutchings brought the ball up, has it. Now passes left side Lankster. Into the corner, Rogers up top, Hutchings. Those 3 play catch one more time. Now swinging it back the other way. Here's Hutchings. Defender plays off of him. That's Francis guarding the freshman. Hutchings dribbles now, has it back from Lankster. Into the corner, Eastham. 1:30 to play. Patient set for the Tigers. Eastham, a baseline drive, throws it out top, and it will go into the backcourt before it's touched by Hutchings. Turnover, Tigers.
Second turnover of the night for the Tigers. Checking back again for the Cardinals is Connor Rhodes. A name familiar if you followed Paris basketball over the last few years. Connor attended Paris High School, moved to Chrisman for this his senior year.
Rhodes was named to the all-tournament team in the Thanksgiving tournament here in Tri-County. Averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds for the Cardinals. Baseline shot no good, but another second chance opportunity for Chrisman. Unable to cash in. That was Rhodes missing a long jumper. Rebounded by Langster. Back the other way. Gave it to Hutchings. Down low. Shot up over the side of the rim is good.
Shot that time by Mannix. Had a taller defender on him.
12-9, under a minute to play first quarter. Layup off the glass over Eastham is good, and that's Mitchell again. Langster right wing to Staley. Has it back. Hutchings, quick pass down low to Eastham, who is fouled.
Mitchell will pick up his first foul. It's the first on the Chrisman Cardinals in the game.
Free throw from Eastham is no good.
Dylan Blair's going to check in now, taking place of Drew Rogers.
Second for Eastham, also no good. Rebound batted around and pulled down by Blair for Paris. His shot no good, fresh off the bench. And back the other way comes Chrisman. Chrisman around the perimeter. Tingley had it. Restarting the game for Chrisman. Then a floater is up and good from Lemkel.
Yeah, Lemkel, right man, right spot that time. Loose ball. Two Tigers had a chance at it. Now the Tigers trail.
Foul called on Chrisman with 10.4 left. Tigers into their final set of the first quarter. Langster had it into the corner. Here's Staley, and whistle blows.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, offensive foul called on Paris.
Be on Dylan Blair. It'll be his first. Or excuse me, Jacob Staley. It's his first. Fourth on the team. Just 3 seconds left.
Chrisman will get a shot away, a heave. It's no good, off the back wall behind the backboard, and we'll head to the second quarter. Tigers now trail by 1. It's 13-12 Chrisman on the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year.
Tigers will start with the ball here in this second quarter, trailing by 1. Chrisman took the lead late. We'll hold it as we head into the second frame.
Yeah, Chrisman comes out in a 1-2-2 zone with Connor Rhodes at the top. He stands 6'4". The wingspan about the same.
Rigdon shot no good. Rebounded by Rhodes. Back the other way, and he blocked. No, foul called on Dawson Rogers.
Dawson's first, his first varsity action. Like the no fear factor, though. Dawson went right up with Connor. Make him earn it from the little stripe.
First free throw from Rhodes, no good.
Neither team able to find their rhythm at the foul line. Just one made free throw between the two.
Second, no good as well. Rebounded by Rogers. Shot up on the other end is good, plus the foul.
I don't know about you, Clay. I haven't done a ton of boys games, but this is as aggressive as I've seen Peyton Lancaster this season. He coming out with fire in his belly, even in that first quarter, making a couple of buckets, one of them at the rim, and now a chance for a conventional. Tigers tried to check in. Officials didn't want him.
Lancaster makes the free throw. Rogers replaces Blair. Tigers back up by 2. Rhodes back to work the other way off the glass. Tough angle, but he was able to hit it.
He
It's
was not
15
getting that
all.
basketball at that time, that's for sure.
Drew Rogers off a pass from Rigdon. Layup good.
Rogers, first bucket of the second quarter.
Good look and take from the 6'4 junior. Rhodes has a look at the 3, missed it, rebounded by Rigdon. Jackson back the other way across the timeline. Bounce pass, found Staley, who gives it to Lancaster. Step back jumper won't go, rebounded by Rhodes of Chrisman. 17-15, Rhodes will slow things down for the Cardinals. Crossed half court, top of the key, pass into the lane, layup from Linkle is good.
Linkle with 8 points on the night.
Staley had it in the corner, give it to Rogers, now gets it back. Down low here's Lancaster, poked loose, able to hold on to it. Gave it back to Staley, kick out Rigdon, Dawson Rogers, double teamed in the corner. Skip pass from Rigdon to Staley. Rhodes shuts off a drive, hit the deck. Staley had already given it up by then. Now here's Rigdon. 2 minutes gone by second quarter. Lancaster back to Rigdon. Rogers to Rogers. Drew, a couple of dribbles, shot up, won't go. Rebounded by Limco of Chrisman.
Still a good look that time for Tigers. Just couldn't get at the ball.
17-17, couple of subs for Chrisman.
Three subs for Coach Lorenzen.
Full court pressure from the Tigers. Limco works against Lancaster. Dribbling on the left wing, into the corner. McCord with it, picked up his dribble, guarded by Rigdon, back to Limco. Lancaster guards out on the wing. Floater over Rogers, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dawson Rogers. Rogers lost it, and it's stolen away by McCord, who was on the deck to get it. Gave it to Limco. Limco doesn't have numbers, and he turned it over. Stolen by Peyton Lancaster. Lancaster try to finish himself, and he does.
Points thus far for Peyton.
19-17, 5 minutes to play, second quarter. McCord passes far side. Maloney had it, got rid of it. Now up top, McCord. Into the corner, Limco passes to a cutting Mitchell and a foul call.
That's going to be on Drew. That's going to be Drew's first team foul, second on the Tigers.
Chance to tie at the line. First is good from Mitchell.
Rhodes with a quick breather. Now he's right back in.
Second from Mitchell is no good. Lancaster had the rebound, winds up in the hands of Dawson Rogers. Here is Rogers. He hit the deck, lost it, goes out of bounds, but was last touched by Chrisman.
Garrett Wells will check in, seeing his first action, senior for the Cardinals.
Rigdon catches the inbound pass, gives to Linkster. Into the corner. Dawson Rogers up top, Rigdon. Back to Rogers. Linkster in the corner. Easton post up down low. A lot of attention paid to him as a couple of Cardinals were ready to double team him on the entry pass. Instead, it'll be a three-point attempt, no good from Dawson Rogers. Back the other way comes Chrisman. Shot up, no good. Affected by Dawson Rogers, rebounded by Carter Easton.
Yeah, sprint back quickly. It was Dawson Rogers. A great find that time by Jackson. And one chance for Dawson. Chris Francis will pick up that foul. That'll be his second.
Free throw from Rogers is good, makes it 22-18. Lemkel dribbles out top, gives to Rhodes, now in the corner. Three on the way is no good from Maloney. Rebounded by the Tigers, but they turn it over on the other end.
How often do you see 40 points scored in a high school basketball game and nothing from beyond the arc? Neither team, both teams are ice cold from distance tonight.
Tigers with a 4-point advantage. Chrisman into the front court. Here's Rhodes, top of the key. Drew Rogers picks him up there. Chrisman back and forth out top. Runner in the lane, no good from Lemkel. Pulled down by Dawson Rogers, who saves it into the hands of a Chrisman Cardinal, and Spezzard. Shot up in the lane, no good, but a foul called.
Boy, you'd hate to see that not rewarded. A pure hustle play that time by Dawson. And they're on the deflection. Tried to save it out of bounds. Could not do it. Carter Easton will pick up his first.
Free throw no good from Spezzard. He'll have a second.
1 out of 3 from the line is Hayden.
Missed the second, but an offensive rebound as Rhodes chases it down short corner. Second chance for Chrisman. Banking it in is Spezzard. He got those 2 points anyway.
Didn't hear him call it, but that's just the hustle play that time by Connor Rhodes. Keep it alive.
Rigdon back the other way. Gets it back from a pass into the corner for Rogers. Now back to Dawson. Rigdon left side, Linkster. 3 minutes to play before halftime. Rogers in the corner, down low. Here's Easton. Doesn't use a dribble, goes up with a shot, missed it. Rebounded by Rhodes of Chrisman. McCourt across half court. Down low, Lemkel. Kick out top. Mitchell spun around, fired a shot up, no good, and a foul called on the rebound.
That'd be on Tristan Lemkuhl. That'd be his first. Third on the Cardinals. Coach Brinkley wants a timeout.
30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. It's 22-20 Tigers on the Para Sports Network.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
(22-20). Tigers lead by 2. 2:39 to play before halftime.
Two teams have combined to go 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. Tigers shooting 50% from inside. 10 out of 20 on the night.
Rigdon jogs it up for the Tiger offense. Gives to Linkster. Now Easton. Another jumper from the baseline. No good, but an offensive rebound Put-back chance. Won't go for Dawson Rogers, but he was fouled on the attempt.
Like the motor on Dawson off the bench. Spessard will pick up his first, 4th on the team.
First free throw is good from Rogers. His second will make it a 2-possession game. And Staley will replace him.
Rec lead Grims over here at Tri-County High School. They are soft. Anything on that front, it's going to eventually roll in.
2:20 to play, second quarter. Rhodes dribbles out top. Pass into the corner. This is Limcole trying to get it back to Rhodes. Deflected by Rogers, stolen by Langster. Up ahead to Rigdon, who is blocked and fouled by McCord.
Yeah, very awkward landing that time by McCord. Comes up all right. That'd be Gavin's first.
Rigdon misses his first free throw.
Violation on us. That attempt does not count.
Still 24-20. Rhodes across half court. Passes to Mitchell, who is blocked by Drew Rogers. Rigdon across half court. Left side, Staley. Staley a drive. In between a couple of Cardinals. Jumps, makes a pass, gave it to Rigdon, who finds Rogers. His three-point no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Paris. Then a foul called on the Tigers, I believe.
Yeah, quick foul that time. Had to be a screen. Jacob Staley will pick up his second. Rigdon and Staley both with 2. Another turnover for Chrisman.
Rhodes kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Paris ball.
That'll be the 9th for Chrisman.
Rigdon floats down low to Staley. Now lob down low to Drew Rogers. Been moving the lane. Kick out Rigdon. 3 on the way. Jackson Rigdon is good.
It was just a matter of time before Jackson took the lid off that. First 3 of the night for either team.
It's a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Limcole. Give it to Rhodes, and this bounce pass off of the hands of McCord. Out of bounds. Turnover Chrisman.
Make it double digits for Chrisman. 10 turnovers. Francis will check back in.
.108 to play before halftime. Rigdon has a lane into the lane. Drove it, kicked it out to Rogers, and he's called for an offensive foul.
Stuck that forearm out. Did Drew. That'll be his second. 3 Tigers with 2 fouls now.
Minute to play, second quarter. Limcole gave an elbow to Rigdon. Refs didn't see it, no call. Limcole had jumped to make the pass, and on his way back down, extended his elbow into Rigdon's gut. Unnecessary, no call. Rigdon looks to be fine. He'll bring it up. Tiger ball, the 7-point lead. His pass goes into the corner to Dylan Blair. He turned it over. Chrisman will have a chance to cut into this 7-point deficit. Kick out. Drive into the lane, then back outside. Francis to Mitchell. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Chrisman.
Mitchell, or excuse me, Statler Mitchell, just a sophomore for the Chrisman Cardinals. He got 6 points on the night. Another elbow to the gut from Lemkuhl. Rigdon just kind of smiles at him.
Another turnover. Blair to Langster to Rigdon. Layup blocked. Langster got his hand on the rebound, knocked it out to half court. That winds up being in favor of Chrisman. Rhodes has it. Shot off the glass too strong. Rebounded by Staley. Rips it away from Rhodes. Gives to Rigdon. Long pass up ahead to Langster. Got one hand on it and sent it out of bounds.
Well, if he had some NFL gloves on him, he might have made that catch. But back shoulder toss that time from Jackson. Let's see who Maddox comes in for to protect from getting that third. Should be Jackson. Dawson Rogers will do the same. He'll come in to protect Jacob.
Four seconds left. Chrisman's Lemkuhl will get a shot away and hit it from the volleyball line, and that'll send us to halftime, 27-23. Tigers lead by 4 on the Paris Sports Network.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. At locations in Paris, Chrisman, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart & Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark counties since 1950. The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events. At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. at First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. Located at the Paris Airport, Seat Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics: the Mary Lupine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.
We are many, we are one. You have so much to give, continuing what we've begun, helping our families to truly live. I will, you will, together we will show some heart, do our part, take a compassionate stand for good, forever, for Edgar County, ECCF.
Edgar County Community Foundation.
Moody Farms of Paris is a proud supporter of Paris Tiger student athletes. Whether they're on the court, in the field, or in the classroom, Moody Farms wants to wish all of our Tigers the best of luck this year. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548.
We're at halftime here in Kansas. Tigers lead 27-23. Chrisman's final 3 points came in the closing seconds with a near half-court heave. So it's a 4-point advantage for the Tigers. We're a few minutes away from starting this second half in Kansas.
Run down some first half stats. These stats be brought to you by White Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling. For the Chrisman Cardinals, they were 9 out of 16 from 2-point range for 56%. 1 out of 9, that last one being a big one from nearly mid-court by Tristan Lemcule. They are 1 out of 9 for 11%. And from the charity stripe, 2 out of 6. They were guilty of 10 turnovers in that first half, led in scoring by Tristan Lemcule with 11. 2 points apiece for Connor Rhodes, Garrett Wells. 5 points for Skylar Mitchell. Statler Mitch. Boy, I have to keep saying Skylar for some reason. I'm sorry, Skylar. Staying. 3 points for Hayden Spesser. That rounds out your scoring for the Cardinals. For the Tigers, they knocked down 10 out of 23 inside the arc, 43%. 1 out of 4. That was on their last possession. Jackson Rigdon knocked that one down, 25%. And they are 4 out of 7 from the free throw line for 57%. They committed just 4 turnovers in that first half. Just unable to get the ball to fall at the right time. Leading the way for the Tigers is Peyton Langster. He's got 9 points. Off the bench, Dawson Rogers has 5. 5 for Jackson Rigdon, 4 for Drew Rogers, 2 for Carter Eastham, and 2 for Maddox Hutchings off the bench as well. 2 fouls apiece for Jackson Rigdon, Drew Rogers, Peyton Langster. 2 fouls on the Chrisman side for Chris Francis, and that's the only guy in foul trouble for the Cardinals.
Tigers are back out onto the court, warm up for the second half. Wanted to mention, if you haven't yet heard, that the girls won their opening game of the State Farm Holiday Classic in Bloomington, Illinois today. They played at 1:30 and defeated Winnebago 66-35. There's a running clock in the fourth quarter when the girls took care of business. The girls received 5 first place votes, to determine the seeding in that tournament. They came in second behind the team that beat them in the championship a year ago, Camp Point Southeastern, who received 7 votes. Camp Point Southeastern is ranked number 8 in the AP poll for 2A. Tigers 22nd, came out 8 days ago, I believe, week and a half ago or so. They defeated Winnebago today. They'll move on to play Sacred Heart Griffin, who took care of El Paso Gridley in the game after Paris. So those two teams will meet tomorrow at 7 p.m., Paris and Sacred Heart Griffin.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot air that at all. If you want to, you can subscribe to that. I think it's at theclassic.org.
Theclassic.org.
Not sure how much it is, but you can get in there for the remainder of the tournament.
25 bucks for the whole tournament, and then I think it's 10 for a day pass.
Okay.
I think it's how that works out.
Very good. A lot more expensive than what you're paying to listen to us tonight.
That's right.
That's thanks to all of our sponsors for allowing us to do this. We'll be back on the air tomorrow at noon. Boys will be right back here. They'll face Windsor Stu Strauss, who was victorious over Martinsville. Then they'll wrap up things tomorrow evening with our second game of the day. That'll be at 4:30 against Martinsville.
Chrisman starts with the ball in the second half. Lemko guarded by Rigdon. Gets to the right wing, picks up his dribble, has to find a teammate and does in Rhodes. Tough defense played by Carter Eastham. Rhodes give it away, now gets it back. Far side, Francis dribbles a couple of times, now passes into the corner. Staley plays defense on Lemko, who missed the shot, but an offensive rebound putback will go, plus a foul.
Yeah, Tristan Lemke just wants that basketball more than anybody else out on the floor now. That foul will be on Carter Easton. That'll be Carter's second.
Free throw no good, rebounded by Staley. Staley across half court, picks up his dribble. Feeds Drew Rogers at the free throw line, gave to Rigdon. Eastham back to Rigdon. Count is on as Rhodes guards Rigdon on the right wing. Langster dribbled right, now back left. Here's Rigdon. Rigdon to Rogers in the corner, dribbles out to the wing. Crosses over, gets into the lane. Down low, Eastham bobbled it, lost it. 2-point game, a minute into this third quarter. Pass far side. Lemko catches from Francis. At top Rhodes. Back to Lemko. Lemko drives against Staley into the corner. A jumper, an air ball. Rebound, batted out to Jackson Rigdon. Back the other way comes Rigdon to Langster. Layup no good. Offensive rebound. Rigdon, putback won't go. Carter Eastham a chance. He is fouled.
Well, something you don't say a lot if you're a Tiger announcer or fan. 2 offensive rebounds that time for the Tigers, and Carter will be rewarded with a trip to the line. That will be on Hayden Spester. That'll be Hayden's second.
Free throw good from Carter Eastham. Second, no good. Rebound, swatted out of bounds. It'll be Chrisman ball. Lemko dribbles in the backcourt, across the timeline. Bounce past Rhodes. Then his pass is stolen by Rigdon. Back the other way. Gets Lemko to fly by, missed the layup. Tip up and back in by Staley.
Another offensive board. Jacob Staley laying it up in for 2. His first points of the night.
Francis had it, pass into the corner. Here's Lemko firing a deep 3. Left it short, but an offensive rebound to Rhodes. Turnaround put back, won't go. Rogers fights for the rebound. It was saved by Rhodes. Then a shot blocked. Back the other way come the Tigers. Drew Rogers left wing. Gets into the lane and a foul called on Chrisman.
Here he's got to be careful. Last couple of times he's had the basketball. Looks like he's taking a step. Nothing called. That foul will be on Maloney, that'll be his first.
Langster inbounds up top to Rigdon. Eastham has it. Give it to Langster. Rigdon, long three, left wing on the way is no good. Rebounded by Chrisman. Eastham over the back, didn't get called for it, had his fingertips on it. Cardinals come away with it. Here's Limkol, floater in the lane, won't go, but a foul called.
If that's on Carter, that'll be Carter's third. That's on Rigdon, that's his third. Limkol with 13 points on the night.
Free throw good this time, makes it 30-26.
Dawson Rogers will check back in. Getting Eastham instead of Rigdon.
Free throw from Limkol is good, makes it 30-27. Rigdon brings it up for the Tigers. Passes to Staley, down low Rogers. 2 dribbles from Drew, spins around, shot up over the rim, it's good.
That's what you like to see Drew Rogers do. Gets that back to the basket. One quick move, right to the front of the rim.
32-27. Rhodes working against tough defense by Langster, and he drives in and finishes.
A tough shot from Logan. His second bucket of the night.
Langster, near side, Dawson Rogers down low to Drew Rogers. Backs up Mitchell, spins around, lays it off the glass for 2. Limkol picks up his dribble, turn it over, Staley a steal, and he gave it away. Blindly threw it into the lane, hoping for a teammate to be there. It was a Cardinal instead. Rogers has a block on the other end. Here come the Tigers. This is Langster with it. Gets the backdoor cut pass from Rigdon and finishes through contact plus the foul.
Good cut, tough pass, tough catch. Just good all around play that time. Langster back to the line. Trying to complete a conventional. Evan McCord will come back in. Take the place of Maloney.
Free throw no good. Rebounded and cleared by Chrisman. It's 36-29. 4:10 to play. Rhodes out top. Bounce pass. 3 is no good from Limkol. Is shoved to Dawson Rogers, who had him boxed out on the perimeter. Rebounded by the Tigers. Rigdon up top, right side, Drew Rogers. Nowhere to go on Mitchell's defense, who gives it to Rigdon. Rigdon right wing, up top to Staley. Guarded by McCord. Tigers cut through. Both Rogers cut through to the same side as the ball in the hands. Jackson Rigdon, who has it once again. Up top, Langster. Poked loose by McCord, but into the hands of Dawson Rogers. Drew Rogers at the elbow. He'll take the jumper, miss it. Rebounded by Limkol of Chrisman. Back to the way come the Cardinals. Rhodes, pass deflected and nearly stolen by Rigdon. Back to the way come the Cardinals in the lane. Shot up by Francis, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mitchell. Spins around, lays it off the glass for 2.
Mitchell with 7 points on the night. Second chance that time for Chrisman.
Staley a baseline drive, and he's fouled.
Palms up foul that time. Tristan Lemke will pick that one up. That'll be his second. Third on the Cardinals.
Langster inbounds, out top to Rigdon. Rigdon looks. McCord out to pick him up. Pass goes right side, now back to Rigdon. Staley right wing. Lankster. Dawson Rogers. Dawson will drive baseline. Floats one up over the defender and Rhodes. Missed it. Rebounded by Chrisman. Francis to McCord. 2:30 to play. Third quarter. 36-31. Largest lead of the game was 7 for the Tigers in the second quarter. Since then, we've been right here around this 5-point mark. Shot to try to make it 3 is no good from Mitchell. Rebounded by Dawson Rogers. Rigdon into the corner. Staley throw on the way is good.
Jacob spot. He gets in that corner, gets an open look. High arching 3 is good. It's just the second 3 of the game for the Tigers.
39-31. It's an 8-point lead for the Tigers. Francis dribbles at the volleyball line in the lane. Gives to Rhodes. Long 2-point jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Mitchell. He missed it from point blank. Rebounded by Lankster. Lankster into the lane. Gives to Dawson Rogers. Drew Rogers, head fake into the lane. Had it blocked, but a foul called on the cord.
Cord's got a high motor out there. When he's out there, he's got a nose for that basketball. It's his second foul. Send Drew to the line. His first trip tonight.
Free throw from Rogers is good.
Gage Tingley will check in, along with Hayden Spessard.
Drew misses the second. Stays a 9-point game. Quickly back the other way. Missing layup is McCord, but the ball goes out of bounds off of the Tiger.
Well, a couple Tigers had their hand on that one. That was an easy rebound. We'll give Cardinals a second chance.
Bounce pass. Finds the cutting Cardinal and Hayden Spessard. And he throws one up off balance and makes it 40-33. Staley in the corner. Here's Drew Rogers down low on the pass from Maddox Hutchings. Back to Hutchings, near side Dawson Rogers. Lankster. McCord tried to poke it loose, unable to. Drew Rogers in the corner. Double team by Chrisman. Gives to Dawson Rogers. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Tigers lead by 7. Lankster. Dawson Rogers thrown away from the corner is no good. Rebound is going to be chased down by Hutchings. Tigers will have a second chance. It's Drew Rogers. A 3 is no good. Rebounded by Lankster. Lankster went back up with it, lost on the way up. Pulled down by Chrisman.
3 more chances that time for the Tigers. Their second half offensive rebounding has been amazing.
Lemke dribbles out top. 25 seconds left. Gave it to McCord, then gets it back. Guarded by Lankster. He'll back away. 20 seconds left. Into the lane. Gives it to Mitchell. He shot one up and over everything and rebounded by Dawson Rogers. Whistle blows. We'll see if there is a foul called, or maybe it went off of the Cardinals. No, it didn't. That'll be Chrisman ball.
Boy, if Chrisman could just knock down their buckets around the rim, this would be a totally different ball game. Still tight, 7 points.
Inbound pass to Tingley, who floats one up, no good. Lankster had the rebound. Had it swatted out of his hands by Tingley. It'll stay with the Tigers, 8 seconds left. Hutchings across half court. Down low, Drew Rogers. 2 seconds left. Spinning in the lane. Shot up, no good. And we will head to the final 8 minutes. Tigers lead by 7. It's 40-33 on the Parasports Network.
If you're looking for agricultural, business, or personal loans, Longview Bank and Trust has you covered. They can even help you with investment options and online banking. With locations in Paris, Chrisman, Georgetown, and Marshall, they're always ready with the services you need. Look them up online at longviewbt.com. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home proudly supports Paris Tiger Athletics.
It'll be Paris ball to start this fourth quarter, and a 7-point Tiger lead, 40-33 over Chrisman here in the Tigers' first game of this Christmas tournament.
Jackson Rigdon with 3 fouls will start the fourth quarter on the court. You got the basketball.
Rigdon has it up top, left side Langster. Eastham pass to the elbow, or Staley was, and he had a rip loose, stolen by Chrisman. Limco from the right wing. Picks up his dribble. Passes up top. Rigdon comes over and knocks it out of the hands. Picking back up his Spezzer. And they'll swing it around to the left wing and drill a three. It's 40-36. Rigdon right side, Staley. Tigers lead by 4. Rigdon up top. This is Langster. Gives to Staley, who worked his way out to the wing. Passes to Eastham down low. Dawson Rogers finishes through contact. Knocks Spezzer it over, then knocks down the short jumper.
Power move that time from Dawson. Drop step, knocked the defender on his tail. Turnover Chrisman.
Chrisman steps on the sideline. Turnover will go the other way.
13 on the night for Chrisman. Rogers come back in, got a whole minute breather. I don't think he's taking a break yet. I think it's his first time out of the game to start this fourth quarter.
Rigdon walks it across the timeline. 6-point game. Into the corner, Staley. Up top, Rigdon. Rigdon near side, Langster. Rigdon to Rogers. Has Staley in the corner. Up top to Rigdon through his hands and legs. Chases it down, gives it to Langster. Looking down low, Eastham and Rogers were both near the block. Ball goes around the perimeter to Staley. Long bounce pass up top, Rigdon. 35 seconds into this set, and it will stay with the Tigers. Good thing Peyton trimmed his fingernails before this game started. Otherwise, that would have been off of him as he stretched out for it.
Yeah, Jackson could see Peyton open the whole time. Just a tough way to get it to him. It would have taken a long bounce pass.
Inbound pass went to Drew Rogers. He gives to Rigdon. Far side, Staley. Back to Rigdon. Langster in the corner, Drew Rogers. Poked loose. Langster will save it from going out of bounds. Give it to Rigdon. Had McCord underneath of him. Somehow able to come down with it. Missed it. Swatted the rebound out to Drew Rogers. Pull up in the lane. Will roll off the side of the rim. Back the other way comes Chrisman. Full minute worth of a set that time for the Tigers. Nothing to show for it. They still have a 6-point advantage. Tingley up top, Francis. Back to Tingley. Staley plays defense off of him. Gives to Francis. Eastham plays in front of Rhodes working the paint. And a foul is going to be called, and that was the matchup they were watching. Nothing changed. There was going to be a foul on that. Toby could have called it 10 seconds earlier. He didn't. Decided to there. First on the Tigers.
Yeah, pretty focused on that. That's Carter's third. First of the quarter for the Tigers. Make it 2. Drew Rogers will pick up his third.
42-36. Inbound pass is to Rhodes. Into the lane. Gets a shot up and over Eastham. No good. Good defense and anticipation by Carter Eastham. He's going to be rewarded on the other end. No. Missed the layup. Rebound. Putback won't go for Langster. 42-36. 5:10 to play in this one. Tingley left wing. Up top, now down low to Rhodes. Bounce pass, kick out, jumper won't go. Rebounded by Lankster. Rigdon into the lane. Gets around Tingley, then is going to be...
See if it's travel or jump. It's a jump.
Ball.
It'll be Chrisman's ball either way. It is a turnover for the Tigers. That's their 9th. Both teams ice cold. Just 2 made buckets here in this 4th quarter, 3 minutes in.
Lankster guards Francis. Into the front court. Rhodes drives on the right side of the lane, puts a shot up, no good, but an offensive rebound put back, blocked by Eastham. Into the hands of Rigdon. Here's Jackson. He's fouled on his way to the hoop.
You take your pick on who got the block down at the other end for the Tigers. It's going to be just a common foul, I believe. And Chris Francis, that'll be his 3rd, first on Chrisman. Jackson's going to sleep good tonight. He's taking a beating from Lemcule, from McCord, and then that foul from Francis. Not a touch foul by any means. Just grabbed his arm and pulled him to the ground.
First free throw from Rigdon's good.
Bench warning. For Chrisman. Not sure what he's upset about. That was, he's questioning that foul. Maybe it was on the other end on that block shot.
Rigdon goes 2 of 2. It's 44-36. Bounce pass down low to Rhodes. Gets a shot away. No good again. Affected by Eastham, who had to try to swat another one on the second chance opportunity for Rhodes. He'll get called for the foul.
Carter laid off that first shot attempt from Connor. Just let him have it. They got a second chance, though. He wasn't going to let him have a freebie.
Free throw, bounces twice, and is no good from Rhodes.
Chrisman ice cold from the free throw line. Made just 4 on the night.
Second is good, makes it 44-37. Rigdon across half court. 4:20 to play. Lankster has it left wing. Into the corner for Staley. Eastham with the ball above his head. A couple of dribbles and he's fouled.
Hayden Spencer will pick that up. That'll be his 3rd.
Coach Chase Brinkley will take a timeout. 4:12 left. Tigers lead by 7. It's 44-37. 30 seconds on the timeout. We'll keep it right here as we approach these final few minutes of this game.
And once again, a reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow at noon. Clay and Lenny will bring you the play-by-play as Tigers take on the Hatchets of Windsor Stu Strauss. And they'll wrap up pool play tomorrow at 4:30 against the Blue Streaks of Martinsville. Depending on how they finish in these first 3 games, they'll either play at 4:30 on Friday, at 6, or at 7:30 for the title. Teams on the other side of the bracket include Lawrenceville, Tri-County, and Westville. A lot of familiar foes for the Tigers. Of course, we'll play Chrisman a little bit later on in the season. Already played Tri-County and Lawrenceville, obviously a little Illini Conference foe.
Lankster to inbound out of the timeout. Lobs into the backcourt where Rigdon will chase it down. Now the Tigers into their offensive set. Lankster a skip pass to Staley. Gets it back deep in the left wing. Tingley out to guard and start the count. Pass went to Eastham. Here's Staley, a 3, no good. Rebounded by Francis of Chrisman. Tingley has it on the right wing for the Cardinals. Dribbling, picked it up. Now gives a bounce pass to Spezzard. Kick out, now left side. A 3 from the court is good, and it's 44-40.
He's got both 3s for the Cardinals.
Rigdon to Lankster. 3.5 to play. Drew Rogers out top. There's a shoe on the court. Take a timeout for McCord to lace it back on. Or do that.
Yeah. High-top sneakers are a thing of the past.
44-40. Pass into the backcourt that again Rigdon chases down. Gives to Staley. Pull up from the free throw line is good for Jacob Staley.
Staley's first bucket of the fourth quarter.
Confidence there from the junior after missing a three on the previous possession. Knocked that one down to extend the lead back out to 6, and a foul called on the other end. And then is that Eastham's 5th?
And we hit for Carter. Dawson Rogers set the check in for him. Good minutes from Carter, though. He ends up with 3 points on the night. But he also played the lion's share of the minutes in the 3.5 quarters he was out there.
McCord's free throw is good. Make it 46-41. Second is good as well. Rigdon back the other way, across half court, gives to Langster into the corner. Dawson Rogers, hand off Rigdon. McCord all over Rigdon. Jackson gave it away, back to Dawson. Rigdon up top, under 3 to play. Pull up from the elbow is short. Langster chased it down, threw it back in, and a travel called as there was no out of bounds called. Chrisman anticipated it. They turned it over.
Everybody in gym anticipates that call. I don't know how many times you've seen players legitimately jump on this side of the line and then save the basketball, and it's pretty much an automatic whistle, right? Like a 3-0 fastball.
Timeout called, 46-42. We'll take one with them this time. 2:45 left on the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark Counties since 1950.
It's a 4-point game, and the Tigers were gifted a second chance down on this end. They'll have the ball out of the timeout.
Yeah, it's just like football. You play to the whistle, right? Langster with the save, in bounds, right in the hand of the Cardinal. He just took off, ready to give the ball back to the official, turned it over. That's the 14th of the night for Chrisman.
Langster lobs deep for Rigdon. Now gets it back on the left wing, gave it to Staley. Jumper, he is fouled on the attempt. Shot was no good, but will have a chance for 2 at the line.
That foul will be on Chris Francis. That'll be his 4th. Staley at the line, his first trip there tonight. Tigers need some breathing room.
Free throw rattles through for Staley. Second, no good, but an offensive rebound by Drew Rogers, and he is fouled.
That'll be it for Francis. Bad trip down the court for Chris. Picked up both of these last 2 fouls, and that'll be it for him. Once again, offensive rebound for the Tigers, though. The best offensive rebounding output of the season.
Langster inbounds to Rigdon. Gives to Staley out top. 2.5 to play, 4th quarter. Rigdon guarded by McCord. Bounce pass to Langster. There's Drew Rogers down the rest of the lane, spins around Rhodes and finishes off the glass.
Great move that time by Drew. Had that in his mind. He was going to finish it.
Rhodes crossed half court, got away with a carry, passes into the near corner. Chrisman works it back down low to Lemkel, who lost it, and it's out of bounds when Dawson Rogers picks it up. We'll stay with Chrisman. Mitchell inbound, bounce pass to Rhodes, gets a shot away, no good. Rebounded by Rogers. Tough rebound by Drew. 7-point game, under 2 to play. Drew Rogers has it, hands it off to Rigdon. And he is fouled.
Gavin McCord will pick up his third. Tigers shoot free throws the rest of the way. Jackson's made made 2 foul attempts earlier this quarter. 2 out of 3 on the night.
Misses this one.
Just cannot get that double-digit lead. We threatened, just cannot get it.
Second is good for Jackson. Makes it 50-42. Chrisman into the front court. Lemkel to McCord. Guarded by Staley. McCord fires a shot from the elbow. Just grazed the bottom of the net. No good, but an offensive rebound. Here's Rhodes. His pass deflected. Saved by Mitchell. Into the hands of Spezzer. Drives in. Shot up. No good. Defensive rebound. Drew Rogers.
No need to hurry now if you're the Tigers.
Here's Staley looking for a dagger from the wing. He got it.
Unless you get a look like that. Your name is Jacob Staley. That's his second three-pointer of the night. Biggest lead for the Tigers.
And then a steal by Peyton Langster. Tigers back with it. Less than a minute to play. And a foul called on Chrisman.
You know, there's ways to foul when you know the team knows you're going to foul, and then there's fouls like that. A lot of frustration, a little extra oomph behind it. That'll be the 4th foul on Gavin McCord.
First free throw is good. Chrisman will sub in a new 5.
For the final minute of this, or the last 2 minutes of this kind of got out of hand. Final score is not going to be indicative of how close this game actually was. Anywhere from a 4 to 7-point lead the entire second half for the Tigers until now.
Jackson makes both of his free throws to make it 55-42. Chrisman into what will probably be their final offensive set of the evening. Jonathan Neal had it on the left wing, passed back up top to Dylan Lucas. Lucas has a bounce pass deflected by Dawson Rogers, stolen by Jackson Rigdon, and with 30 seconds left, Tiger point guard will dribble well beyond the three-point line of the left wing. 20 seconds left. Tigers back in action tomorrow. One game at noon, one game at 4:30. Need at least a couple of wins, and maybe all 3 to get into this championship game of this tournament. But they came into this first night and took care of business against their rival in Chrisman. 55-42, the final score. We will take a break and be back with a post-game show here on the Paris Sports Network. Your Tigers win by 13 here in Kansas.
The skating rink at Twin Lakes, formerly known as Twin Lakes Roller Rink, has been a popular establishment in Paris for over 60 years. New owners CJ and Mary Jo Becker are bringing new life to the skating rink with arcade games, a snack bar, TV hangout area for teens, and lots of roller skating. Stop by 1250 North Main Street in Paris on Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 10, with a fifth quarter on Friday nights until midnight, and on Sundays from 2 to 4. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming events. At First Farmers, we are committed to the communities we serve. For us, joining a community means more than just opening shop. We want to see businesses thrive, generational farms succeed, and local families continue to put down roots and grow. Whether you're looking for a farm loan, managing a business, building a nest egg for a new home, or searching for the personal financial tools that will set you up for financial success, we've got you covered. At First Farmers Bank and Trust in Paris. Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Family owned in Paris for 38 years, Savoya's Pizza is the place for real Italian food. Be sure to try their famous pizza nuggets and follow them on Facebook for their latest specials. Stop by 327 North Main Street for carryout or call 217-463-2500 for delivery. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors for their support of Paris Tiger Athletics: the Mary Lou Pine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.
Farm Credit Illinois is a proud supporter of the Paris Tigers athletes and the surrounding farm families. Farm Credit blocks appraisal costs and lender fees and defends our borrowing members with free repricings as the market allows. Farm Credit helps farmers score with annual cash patronage. Team up with a cooperative helping farm families succeed and let us help lead your agricultural business to victory. Best of luck, Tigers, this sporting season.
Welcome to the postgame show, Paris Sports Network. We'll let Coach Chase Brinkley settle into his headset here after a 13-point Tiger victory. Congrats on the win, Coach. I guess first question for you is about Drew Rogers. And I mean, if he can make 4 or 5 threes a night, he probably would love that. But the way he plays tonight and taking the ball to the hoop and making those, the post moves that he went through all night tonight, I mean, that's the kind of Drew you probably want to see, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we put in some plays and sets for him because he had a really good outing against Tolono Unity. They were hats off to Chrisman. They played harder than we did tonight, which was a little disappointing, but their zone was good. Their zone, it kept Drew from being able to get to the block, to get to his spots, that sort of thing. And then we were settling for jumpers, or we weren't really cutting, we weren't ball faking, we weren't moving the ball very well. But hats off, kudos to them for doing a good job of keeping us out of the paint and forcing us into some tough situations. I was disappointed in our defensive effort. We didn't do a very good job of keeping them on one side. You know, if we're in that zone, you got to keep them on one side. You got to keep them out of the paint, and then you've got to finish out the possession with boxing out and rebounding. And I was very disappointed in our effort there. And then, whenever we don't get good defensive possessions and we don't get stops or whatever it is, we don't get runouts. And we've been doing a pretty good job of getting some runouts. But, once they went man, we wanted to open it up for Drew to get downhill, and he did what he needed to do. So hats off to him, and hats off to his younger brother. He came in and gave us a ton of minutes and just plays hard. He's still learning different way, where he's supposed to be all the time, but he plays hard and he rebounds and he's diving on the floor and, he makes some big shots. He's going at them. He was the only guy in the first half that, would get the ball and go right through somebody's chest and go finish. And then he made his free throws. He got an and one time. That's a heck of an outing for a freshman. I am very proud of him and looking forward to the future with him.
There's a lot that goes into being out hustled by a team, but one thing you guys did, at least in the second half, a lot better job than the first half was offensive rebounding. What changed in that mindset, and how happy were you to see that you guys were the team that were pulling down 2-3 offensive rebounds each set?
Yeah, that's a good point. We did bring that up at halftime, just about being more aggressive and flowing through the elbows, and that's what we talk about all the time. If you can win the rebound war, you usually win the game, and we were not. They were getting second chance points, and then the second half we definitely did. It was just want to. Nothing's changed. Nothing. Just a simple, hey, that shot's going up. You're going after it. You're flowing through the elbows, and you're getting on the offensive glass, because they weren't boxing out, but they were getting rebounds because they were just playing harder.
You got to see your 2 opponents tomorrow play before this game. 2 teams that you aren't normally playing, but Martinsville's somewhat close, so you probably have seen them play some other
Stewart
teams
and Carroll Funeral Home is dedicated to providing compassionate and individual attention to every family they serve, sincerely caring for your family's needs. Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home
Chase wanted to
proudly
hear
supports
BJ's
Paris
voice
Tiger
before he answered
Athletics.
that question, just to settle him in. Tomorrow, what do you got to do to take those take care of those 2 teams?
Well, we got to be a lot better. We got to be a lot more focused and disciplined. I know that's kind of coach talk and simple things, but we let Zero, who we knew is not a big playmaker off the dribble, but he can catch and shoot. We let him get 2 or 3 wide open threes, and what did he do? He knocked him down. Windsor has a big time shooter, so we have to make sure we're talking, and we just didn't have. I think we thought too highly of ourselves, and I don't know why. We were 3-9 coming into this game, but I thought it seemed like we thought that this was going to be an easier game, but this is always, Chrisman Paris is always a tough game. But yeah, we just have to be a lot better. We've got to be more disciplined on keeping the ball in front of us, keeping it out of the paint, getting out on shooters, and forcing them into situations where they don't score the ball really well. And so we watched them, watched a little bit of film on Windsor, so we'll try to do that.
Well, good luck, Coach. Nice one tonight.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
55-42 the final. Thanks to Coach Chase Brinkley, as always, for joining us here on the postgame show. I'll turn it over to my partner Jeff Chambers for stats from that one.
All right, first off for Chrisman Cardinals, they were guilty of 15 turnovers on the night. They were led in scoring by Tristan Lemkuhl. He led all scorers with 15, 7 points for Mitchell, 8 for Gavin McCord, 5 points apiece for Connor Rhodes and Hayden Spessard, and 2 points for Garrett Wells. They shot 13 out of 37, 35% for 2-point range, 3 out of 12 from beyond the arc for 25. And we're just 4 out of 11 for 36% from charity stripe. Tigers only committed 9 turnovers in the contest. They shot it 17 out of 39 from the floor for 44%. Beyond the arc, 3 out of 12, 25%. And from the free throw line, including that's basically how they iced the game. Jackson Rigdon making 5 out of 6 from the free throw line in that fourth quarter. They ended up 11 out of 20 for just 55%. 4 Tigers in double digits tonight. 11 points apiece for Drew Rogers, Jacob Staley, and Peyton Langster. 10 for Jackson Rigdon, including that 5 out of 6 from the line to end things. In the fourth, 7 points for Dawson Rogers in his varsity debut. And Carter Eastham ended up with 3 points, did a ton of work. And also, Maddox Hutchings finished with 2 as well. Yeah, the work in the paint from Carter Eastham, and the Tigers' ability to actually take care of the basketball. Just 9 turnovers on the night against, Coach Brinkley touched on the tough defense that Chrisman played. And they got some length up top in Connor Rhodes, and that's, when your point guard's your best ball handler, and he's the shortest guy on the floor. That's a mismatch. But for the most part, they held Jackson in check. Finished with 10 points on the night, but only made 2 from the field.
As we mentioned, back in action tomorrow at noon. Tigers take on Windsor's Stu Strauss then, and Martinsville will come later on at 4:30. We'll be here to broadcast both of those for you on the Paris Sports Network. And the girls play tomorrow, but not until 7, so we won't have an update for you in either of those games. But as we mentioned, if you do want to pay to watch them play, theclassic.org Otherwise, we'll give you updates throughout our games, and there'll be 2 of those coming up tomorrow. So with that, thank you for listening this evening. Appreciate our sponsors who allow us to bring you these broadcasts. And for Jeff Chambers, I'm Clay Best, signing off here on the Paris Sports Network. Have a good night.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by First Farmers Bank and Trust, North American Lighting, Cornerstone Building Brands, Stewart and Carroll Funeral Home, Seed Solutions, Longview Bank and Trust, Moody Farms, Terry Elliston State Farm Insurance, Illini FS, Savoya's Pizza, the Edgar County Community Foundation, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Ingram Waste Disposal, the Skating Rink, and our affiliate sponsors, the Mary Lou Pine family, Paul and Kathy Porter, Mark and Holly at Winans Farms, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Jim and Kay Taylor, and Steve and Lynn Young.